Farmers pushed to brink as crops at paddy field of Kombo-Chekon face ruin in recent flood. Manipur food industries established strong footprint at World Food India 2025. Hello, you're watching Istv English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam giving you the news in detail. Farmers of the state are facing immense challenges following the recent flood as their crops and livelihoods have been impacted. Paddy fields are crucial for many farming communities and damage to this could affect food security and income. The recent flood has ravaged paddy fields at Kombo-Chekon part in Imphal East District 2, leading to crop loss and leaving farmers on the edge. The distressed farmers shared their ordeal to Istv News and sought immediate attention of the authority concerned. Here is report.
This is one of the places in Imphal East District which was badly affected by the recent flooding in Manipur due to the torrential rain. Before some days, Istv News had broadcast some damages of some areas in the Imphal West District, and today we come again to the places of Imphal East District which was also badly affected by the recent flooding in Manipur. When Istv News visit and see what is happening around these paddy fields, we see a lot of damages caused in the paddy field as well as in the dwelling houses in this area, and consequently the farmers and the developer of these areas are facing a lot of the problem. Let us try to know how these farmers are facing the problem and how they are facing the grievances through an Istv report from the field.
Sina antak chai sigi manungda aniak subane lo pandrigi mamangda amuk thwe ade lo balmatung agi lo satpa pomba holo salak pakraka holpa sida amuk tumjale ma se akoi lo uri bakang singsi punung de yamna awaba nungai ta ma dipoi ma si matang da sarkar na kai mateng khra dipi haninge adu khwajigi maruina khona pienda bomana ketirok kendagi jaga da chai ama makhai da ohumdak thona kail se miam prasasing da awa pieces okay kitagogi emily buso ko pien boy ko di lo uraga ta service government service to hodre lo sing uraga ka sujan namjar ka ngasa ba hingma family ni adu na ko da yam soi
chahi khudingi dum nong tare khudingi dum ising kai lere ba ko khoi sarkar no ro amano ro mateng khara tawra ko la yung kai se senduk sunjin leidana ko adu ma su to honi ba hoji hoji ising kang ha jo ko ising ji loina boro law lebi dei lobuki manam nam thibane de angang macha chen da di phaba angang macha ngai su manam nam thi na doine ba aduna yar ga de khoi su yum je dum mieng changaning ya tare adu hujik chu phalang ke ningai baga yung kai chu na tai cha da baga ka mayam na yengjam biraga changba yana ba khona ba ki do khara chembi ba chabi
tasengna sahi simokta da anirak thokpa habase ekoi use ko na yam thina effect tawi mayam thumna badi minini humni khak thumane ekoi di more than 12 days he na thumabni na mana masing kari kara lo sing thungi bijing je totally pat pa haitare masigi potchi precaution oina ekoi gi concern MLA thongam bi sojina ekoi gi lambi mapan je thongat pi dano ki kanna sembiri asi damta di am thagat chaningi aduga khetri gawrom dagi lakpi sing ni maru oina masi tawbase suna asom na kan thangwa torban je ekoi semhanning bagi apam du ekoi di leje mang hiba lowsi paisa yam mang bani na masi sarkar na khitang compensation kharga ju pi haningi loina na saisida relief camp dilai ribasing sigi awar apa plus health camp kumba sinbiraga ekoi saisida leibe laina tina yaw sing check angtang tawthok piraga madu health camp gumba sinbiraga aduga maru oina amuksu masigi pochi luoi khram tungda pat khirba pung khirba lofam jingsi da kari thaba ya bagi akoi gi ingdam lawro ke haitare samna kanda hawai thrak thabani khangde nimilei thabani khangde adagi hangam thabani khangde madugi darkar lebising ji sarkar na yingsin biraga madugi oba chapchaba mateng du panghaningi yum kaisi hujik ta sengna kanda phalang ningai khre kuina leramina aduna imung changba je yadre adagi leiba floor do ta sengna kanda lekai awaba lekai oibnina paka amta ayambo oide aduna lambi kano imung se but law haitare aduna sangba haibase awaba madi oiri hujik saba thakpadi hujik ekoi gi lekai na donation hapire Council MLA nasu hapire council pradhan na jo hapire SDC na mateng tawbire aduna huji ti salai re adu sina satisfy oibdi oidi yana yana sinba du oiri haitare
Due to this significant damage caused in the paddy field as well as the dwelling areas in these places, the flood affected the people want the government to intervene immediately, and even they want the government to provide the relief material as well as the compensation if possible. But we have to see whether the government will provide this necessity to the affected people or not in time. We cannot predict anything about the fate of the farmers, which will probably happen to the farmers in this year. We have to wait and watch how the time will bring the situation. For ISTV News, I am Kumarji Wahengbam with our cameraman Jigagan Sharma reporting for you from Phil Usekon Part, Imphal East District.
Food industries from Manipur have showcased their significant presence at the 4th edition of World Food India 2025 organized by Ministry of Food Processing Industries at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. The World Food India 2025 was held under the theme Processing for Prosperity, positioning India as a global food hub. This year, the government of Manipur has participated in the event as a partner state at higher level in larger prominent space. In the dedicated knowledge session titled Processing for Prosperity, Professor N.C.H. Shah, an expert in food packaging and former director of the Indian Institute of Packaging, IIP, covered the topic Packaging Innovation for the Manipur Food Processing Industry. It was stated that a total of 16 Manipur stalls from 4 departments showcased its resource richness, native crops, traditional and healthy culinary heritage. The stalls highlighted GI tag fruits and vegetables, smoked food items, and many more local products from the state. It was also stated that this year various stalls including local liquor and the black rice witnessed huge demands from various customers across the globe.
Global level the live haibadi mapandagi foreign countries ma'am like live since na koi store visit tawraga koi gi ching da puthokchaba yam raw oiba product process tawdaba ma'am sibu ullaga ma'am the medicinal value takpa pangjaba amadi koi gi tanglaba mamal lereba production thongi daba ma'am so tawba gi chance ma pi bagi da makta amka hanasu e-commerce industry ko thagachi.
Since the outbreak of the conflict, there have been several reported cases of suicide in Manipur's relief camps, highlighting the immense mental and emotional strain faced by displaced individuals. In another tragic incident, a 13-year-old minor boy took his own life at a relief camp in Jiribam. As per information received from Jiribam police station, the deceased has been identified as Yurembam Angamba, son of Y. Romeo of Lamtai Kunai, Jakuradhor, Borobekro. After the conflict broke out in May 2023, Yurembam Angamba and his family have been seeking shelter at the relief camp open at Jiribam Higher Secondary School. The police reported that the boy hanged himself inside the relief camp. Police took custody of the boy, initially bringing it to Jiri Hospital and then transferring it to Silchar Medical College and Hospital, Gangur, for autopsy. Mother of the deceased informed that Angamba returned to the relief camp at 11 p.m. after attending a Lai Harauba ritual which took place nearby, and his mother was the first to find him in that state.
Lupa kun ketua ini, mau pagi tak celak, baik pasakkan itu lega pagi, nama lagi jadi likem natara, ini ngana apa, nama kun ketemu tu, tak aku ketua ini pagi tu ini apa, antara tapi ini ke foto tu apa, dah tahu mau mesti foto tak kering.
Office bearers of Hairok Apunba Club has begun inspection of both government and private educational institutions located at Hairok Part 1, 2 and 3 in Thoubal district. Speaking on the sideline of the inspection visit, President of Hairok Apunba Club, Wahengbam Jivan, informed that there are at least 20 schools at Hairok, including 1 government higher secondary school and 1 government high school. He then shared that the club was compelled to launch the inspection visit following reports that certain schools in Hairok were prioritizing quantity over quality in their education system. He told that during the inspection, Hairok Apunba Club held talks with principal, headmaster and teachers of each school and collectively agreed to maintain quality education in their schools. Satya Sai Seva Organization's Manipur Observe World Heart Day at Keishampat, Lairenjam Community Hall. An awareness program on prevention of heart diseases and a march were conducted in connection with the observance. Speaking on the occasion, President of Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization's Manipur State, Chanambam Faguni, shared that Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization is observing World Heart Day in every state of India. Endorsing the same, the Sri Satya Sai Seva Organization's Manipur State observed the day with the awareness program and the march.
India gi state khuding makta hariba celebration asi yawboina ngasi asi Sri Satya Sai Seva Organizations Manipur na Bharat pumbagi pangthoiba asigumlaba World Heart Day asigi rally ase nomaijing numit asida numit ahum asidagi lokhalaga tang konipan se all India gi oina chatliba rally asida ekhoi gi Manipur su asigumlaba prithvi pumbagi oina yamna maru oiraba heart ki maramda awareness pinabagi damakta angang singi oiba rally asi organization asina sinjaraga mayamda karam tauna ekhoi gi heart ase fana thamgadage amadi heart ki laina dagi ngakthoknabagi ekhoi karam tauna sem sagadage haibado ekhoi punna khangminanaba rally ase sinjabani.
A fire reportedly broke out at the auditorium of the Library and Information Center, Kakching, early this morning. It is believed that an electrical short circuit inside the legal aid clinic on the ground floor of the center might have been the cause of the fire. Students who were attending Special Sunday at the library detected the fire and alarmed locals. Locals of Kakching, Fausupat Laikai, members of Friendship Sporting Club and Kakching Fire Service rushed to the spot and managed to douse the fire. The fire reportedly damaged portions of the legal aid clinic and the press conference room, along with seating areas within the auditorium of the Library and Information Center. Now, the national news. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has stated that India has a neighbor that is an epicenter of global terrorism and it has confronted the challenge of terrorism since independence. In his address at a general debate of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly, Dr. Jaishankar underlined that for decades now, major international terrorist attacks are traced back to that one country. He further stated that UN's designated lists of terrorists are replete with its nationals. He gave the example of the murder of innocent tourists in Pahalgam in April this year. He said India exercised its rights to defend its people against terrorism and brought its organizers and perpetrators to justice. The External Affairs Minister said that it is essential that there is much deeper international cooperation because terrorism is a shared threat. Dr. Jaishankar also stated that an objective report card will show that the UN is in a state of crisis. He called for the expansion of both permanent and non-permanent membership of the Council. He said that a reformed Council must be truly representative and India stands ready to assume greater responsibilities. Dr. Jaishankar said the world is now seeing tariff volatility and uncertain market access. He emphasized that de-risking is a growing compulsion now, whether from limited sources of supply or over-dependence on a particular market. The death toll in stampede at a political rally in Karur, Tamil Nadu has risen to 39. More than 50 people have been admitted to various hospitals following injury. More than 23 are receiving treatment at ICU. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has announced 10 lakh rupees ex gratia for the families of those who lost their lives in the stampede yesterday. Those undergoing treatment in ICU will be given 1 lakh rupees. The Chief Minister also announced one-member commission led by retired High Court Judge Justice Aruna Jagdishan to inquire into the incident. The centre has sought a report from the state government on the incident. The rally was organized by actor-politician Vijay Tamilaga Vetri. Actor Vijay has expressed deep shock and expressed deepest condolences to the family of the bereaved. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed their anguish at the tragic loss of lives in the stampede. Now the international news. Human rights body Baloch Yakheti Committee BYC strongly condemned the arbitrary detention of its chief, Marang Baloch, and other leaders and activists following the end of their 15-day physical remand. The remarks came after an anti-terrorism court in Quetta rejected the request of Pakistan's Counter-Terrorism Department (CTD) to extend the physical remand of BYC chief and directed that the accused be sent to judicial custody. The BYC mentioned that after being subjected to arbitrary and unlawful deprivation of liberty for the past 6 months and repeated police remand, the head of the BYC along with other central leaders and activists were transferred to Huda jail in Quetta on judicial remand for over 3 months. The BYC urged United Nations special procedures, international human rights mechanism, and civil society actors to take urgent notice of this situation and press for Pakistan's compliance with its international obligations, including the protection of fundamental freedoms and the right to an effective remedy. Before we end, the headlines once again. Farmers pushed to brink as crops at paddy field of Kongbo Chekon faced ruin in recent flood. Manipur Food Industries established strong footprint at World Food India 2025. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.